SBRForum's Inside the Lines is brought to you by Ladbrokes.
Hi, welcome to SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are covering the 2013 NFL wildcard games right now. We are talking with Troy West from allplayswin.com, who's had a great year with us overall, covering college football and NFL. We just got finished talking about the Seattle-Washington game, and now we're going to discuss the Indy-Baltimore game. Troy, thanks for being with us once again.
Thanks a lot, Pete. I'm in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona today, where I'll be going to the Fiesta Bowl. I'm excited to see Oregon run all over Kansas State later this afternoon. I didn't get the opportunity to share that video, but I think Oregon routs K-State today.
Really?
And we've been hot in the bowl games. We've been real hot. We've hit our last four. We knocked down San Jose State. We knocked down Georgia. We knocked down Florida State. So let's continue to roll with these NFL playoffs as the football season's slowly coming to an end here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you requested 2 games, and if it had been any other capper, I probably would have been like, we got a lot of people, we got to spread these out, just pick the one you like here. But, with your record this year, I mean, how can I say no? If you want 2 games, you got 2. If you want 3, if you want all 4 next week, you got all 4. Troy West from allplayswin.com.
I'll put in my request early for those, Pete, definitely.
Right. Okay, so Indy-Baltimore, kind of a tough one. Indianapolis, of course, has been underrated, consistently undervalued all year long, 11-5 against the spread on the year. Baltimore 6-9-1 against the spread. They have not been a good bet this year. They also lost 4 out of their last 5 against the spread, but they kind of had some, their momentum kind of slowed down. They had some injuries, and they're getting a bunch of guys back now for this one. So it's possible that they could pick things up for the playoffs here. And in terms of intangibles, both these teams have the big intangibles. I mean, of course, Indianapolis playing for their coach, who unfortunately was stricken with leukemia. But this is also now Ray Lewis's last go round in the NFL. So they're going to have that emotional motivating factor as well. Baltimore is a 6.5-point home favorite. I think just based on the number, I would probably lean Indianapolis here.
I think the luck runs out for Andrew Luck on Sunday, Pete. I think the Baltimore Ravens, with what you said in your preview, with Ray Lewis coming back for this one last hurrah, this team, that stadium, that atmosphere is going to be way too much for this young Indianapolis team to handle. I just don't think Andrew Luck can get it going one last time. I tip my hat off to the guy. I tip my hat off to Pagano and the Colts franchise, the way they played this year. But the veteran team of Baltimore, with Ray Lewis coming back, him announcing his retirement, I think the emotions are going to be so high. With Ed Reed and those guys coming back, this team's going to be ready to play on Sunday. Flacco's got to be ready to play. Joe Flacco has been kind of the X factor of this team. But I just think with him, Ray Rice is going to get that run game going. I just think Baltimore is going to have way too much going for him in this game, Pete. I love the Ravens to win this game by a couple touchdowns. I do think Andrew Luck's, he's going to keep him in the game for as long as he can. That place is just going to be jumping. It's going to be something he hasn't seen all season long. I like Baltimore in this one.
That's a bold pick. I mean, my general thoughts agree with you. The only thing that makes me nervous is just the number. 6.5 points for a wild card playoff game going against a team that's 11-5 against the spread on the year, a team that's consistently been undervalued and underrated. Makes me a little bit nervous.
I agree a little bit, but the thing is, Pete, the Baltimore Ravens are so balanced. And I think the Colts defense is weak. They have a lot of holes. This one's been kind of their weakness throughout the season. They do put up points, but they're weak on defense. I think Ray Rice is going to be able to establish himself early. I think that makes Flacco better when he establishes himself early. And I think the Colts offense is going to struggle against this defense. With Ray Lewis in there, the guys they got coming back, the way that crowd's going to be amped up, this is not going to be the same thing the Colts have seen all year. I know they've played well. I know they've beaten some good teams. They've beaten Houston twice. I just don't think it happens Sunday. I think the Colts' luck runs out. Baltimore moves on. Look for this Raven team to make a push with these guys coming back. Ray Lewis is an icon in this league. Him announcing his retirement, those guys, that whole entire franchise is going to get up for this entire football game. Look out on Sunday for Andrew Luck to have a rough going.
There you go. There you have it, folks. Troy West from allplayswin.com likes Baltimore, even at -6.5. And I got to say, I wanted to take Baltimore here. I'm going to agree with you. I'll take him at 6.5 as well. Thanks so much, Troy. We'll talk to you again next week.